DCeased War of the Undead Gods is the third mainline story in the DCeased series. The heroes who now live in another world have found a cure for the anti-life virus, and they have healed Superman. But while they are celebrating, the new gods have fallen and we now have a zombie version of Darkseid and Supergirl going around killing as many heroes as they can find. This is the Comicstorian channel where we create audio dramas of your favorite comic books and just have a blast doing it. Today we'll be covering DCeased War of the Undead Gods issues 3 and 4, and today's episode is brought to you by Vessi Shoes. Today's video is sponsored by Vessi, some of the best shoes that I've ever worn. Vessis are amazing everyday sneakers that are 100% waterproof. Not water resistant, waterproof, making them great for rain and snow. With their Dymatex material, your feet will stay cool in the summer and warm in the winter, all while keeping your socks and feet completely dry. These are extremely lightweight shoes that are comfortable, breathable, and very easy to slip on and off. These are without a doubt some of my favorite shoes, and I'm already planning on buying another pair for myself, as well as some for holiday gifts for my friends and family. Vessi offers different styles to fit your personal preference. Mine are the weekend design, and I love their look and incredibly comfortable feel. Vessis are my go-to shoes by my door, and they're giving away a pair of socks of your choice to the first 100 shoes sold using my code SOCKSComicstorian. Check out their early Black Friday sale at vessi.com/comicstorian. That's VESSI.com/comicstorian. If you missed your chance to get a pair of free socks, Vessi's early Black Friday sale is going on right now. Get the style and size that you want now before they sell out. I'm gonna go order my second pair right now. Thanks, Vessi, for sponsoring today's video. It was just 2 months ago that there was a war. A war between the planet of Rann and Thanagar that's been going on for generations. The Thanagarian soldiers would have taken the planet years ago if not for Rann's protector, a man from Earth named Adam Strange. Strange had been brought to Rann by the Zeta Beam. He fought for his adopted world, and he fought for his family. But the problem was that the Zeta Beam had moved him between worlds and was not under his control, and it tended to wear off at the worst times. During one of those skirmishes, Adam was sent back to Earth, to Gotham of all places. He quickly looked up the date and place for the next scheduled Zeta Beam, but upon his departure, he noticed that the city looked decrepit. Also, while leaving, he saw Wonder Woman off in the distance, except it wasn't just Wonder Woman. It was an infected Wonder Woman. Adam Strange had arrived in Gotham 2 months ago, a month before the cure was found. 2 weeks later, Adam returned to Rann, where he found his family, but with him was the infection, and the threat spread further across the universe. It was only a few days later in the Rylox system that an alien stopped by a bar looking for a fearless, noble warrior. A man asks what is the pay, and the alien says that he's looking for someone noble, and he clearly does not fit that description. The bar falls silent as Lobo gets up from his stool, grabbing the alien, asking, "And how would you describe the main man then?" But before that alien could answer, a Thanagarian warship descended, and with it, infected Thanagarian soldiers began to pour out. The undead ruthlessly killed anything that they could reach, which included Lobo's bartender. Lobo grabbed the soldier that killed the bartender, yelling, "That guy poured me my drinks!" And with instinct, the soldier started to claw away at Lobo. He stood there, unfazed by the attack, and the soldier says that he did not turn. Lobo tells him, "Oh, I can turn!" And he begins to twist the soldier's head around and around until pop! As the headless body falls to the ground, Lobo looks at his wing, stating, "And I'll be taking these, because nobody gets away with killing Lobo's bartender!" With all the motivation he needed, Lobo flies straight into the Thanagarian warship's engine room, and within seconds, brings the giant spacecraft down. Moments later, he walks out of the flaming wreckage, lighting his cigar, and the alien from before tells him that he is a great warrior. Lobo blows his smoke into the alien's face. "No shit! You want Lobo to save the universe? Let's talk turkey." Meanwhile, on Themyscira, the Amazons and the Friends alike gather around to say their goodbye to Diana. After each says their parts, Queen Hippolyta gives the signal to Green Arrow and Artemis to light the pyre. But there is one more in attendance that no one expected. Ares, the god of war, appears, stating, "Diana was a fine soldier, And Hippolyta tells them that many gods were invited today, but the god of war is not welcome at the memorial for a warrior of peace. As swords are drawn, Ares says that he is not here to ruin her daughter's funeral. He is here to show them something. Moments later, everyone is brought into the Hall of Gods. They need to arm themselves for what is about to come. Green Arrow looks at a bow, picking it up, stating that the weight feels a little off. Can he tweak it? And Ares asks, "You want to tweak the golden bow of Apollo? A bow that hunted the great beast of Carcoon, that slew the Leviathan lion?" Green Arrow looks at him. "Yeah, it's a little top-heavy." "Fine, you can tweak it." Ares then goes on to state that there is a war coming, and one that cannot be won, the final war. It will be glorious, but ultimately futile. He will stay to watch the end, but every race in the universe will die. Many people ask, how is he so sure? And Ares holds up a book stating, "Because this has all happened before. This is how the entire universe was infected." As Green Arrow looks at the book, he says that this is a historical record though, right? "How did you beat it last time?" Ares tells him, "We didn't. This is a record from a universe that was lost." Just then, Black Canary gets an alert from her newly found Green Lantern ring advising all lanterns that they have to report to Oa immediately for a briefing. Green Arrow then asks, "Is that the threat you're looking at? Because we already have a cure. We won against the anti-life equation." "Oh, you are not fighting the equation. There is something much larger. Darkseid had no idea what he was playing with when he merged the anti-life equation with death. What he has unleashed. What has turned its gaze upon you." Ares then returns the book. "This is no equation. This is older than numbers, older than gods. This universe will die. You thought you knew your enemy, but you knew nothing. Erebos is here." More and more of the galaxy began to fall prey to the infection. Ganthet of Oa calls upon all lanterns and their allies. He says that the threat is still growing, and if the virus isn't dealt with, the anti-life equation will soon be beyond containment. 12 planets have already been destroyed. Over 100 billion lives have been lost. Another 7 planets with species clearly seen as assets by the anti-life equation have been infected. They are not sanctioning a lethal force. These infected worlds must be wiped away. "But we have a cure," Superman tells him. "We can help these people." Ganthet tells him that though they respect him as Superman, his compassion has been misplaced. The spread just must be stopped. Cyborg says that they're talking about the wholesale slaughter of beings who can be rescued. And Brainiac chimes in. "The Guardians are right. Destroying any infected is the most logical course of action." Guy chimes in. "Yeah, great. Ganthet, if Brainiac is on our side, maybe we should be rethinking this." Superman steps forward. "I will not allow you to destroy entire worlds." And Ganthet stares him down. "You will stand against me?" As people from both sides begin to rise up, Kyle Rayner steps in. Whoa. Can we take this down a notch? I think we're all on edge here. How about we just try and use our words? Ganthet says that they cannot risk more powerful beings becoming agents of the anti-living. Kal-El of Krypton, you will be detained here on Oa. As Ganthet uses his ring to contain Superman, Superman punches through it, hitting Ganthet and slamming him into the ground. The Lanterns quickly come to the aid of Ganthet, and the others too arrive for Superman, and an all-out brawl begins with Ares watching. Marvelous. Damian yells out, "Okay, there's something wrong here! I can feel it!" Pulse is elevated, judgment clouded, emotional response is heightened. We are not in control of this situation. Ares looks at him. You all just needed a little nudge. You need to stop this! Another voice then chimes in telling Ares, "You should listen to the little Batman, because I won't let you hurt Superman." Everyone suddenly stops looking back, and Superman asks, "Mixelpidalic?" And the fifth dimensional imp in a bowler hat just smiles. And that's as far as our story has gotten at this time. If you want to see what happens in the next issues, then please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell. YouTube is also now judging if my videos are good based on engagement. So if you enjoyed this, a simple comment down below would help. I'll give you a question in a minute. And if you want early access to our projects, consider our Patreon and YouTube memberships. Now for today's question. What is your favorite moment in DCeased up to this point? Personally, for me, it was the death of Batman, because removing him immediately got rid of that MacGuffin of Batman just figuring it all out eventually. But what about you?